Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here is Dave Nudo. Hey, Dave, how you doing today?
Doing real well. Thanks. How you doing, Kayden?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. So kind of tell us, how'd you get your start in music?
Well, I guess, hanging out around the family reunions and barbecues and that kind of stuff. Everybody had a guitar in their hand, or somebody did it. And I don't know, you just kind of learn that that's what you do. And then one time I was at a party about 19 years old, and this dude shows up and he's got a guitar he borrowed, and he's playing songs for all of his friends up there. And I said to myself, well, always saying, I got to learn how to play guitar so I can play songs for all my friends. And that's just what I did. So, yep. Started hanging out with other musicians and that kind of stuff. Well, with musicians, I was not one at the time. But anyway, it was something that really called me, and I didn't really have a choice in the matter. When I got a guitar in my hand, I had to keep playing it.
If you could duet with any singer, who would it be and why?
Oh, well, aside from Dusty Lee, a friend of mine, we did a duet together called "Like You Were Forbidden." I think it would be Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton, yeah, yep. That or Zach Wild. Mainly, I just, what they do really speaks to me. The sound of Chris Stapleton's voice is. I always say it. If I had a voice other than my very own that I could choose, it would be his voice. So, but I don't know. I think it'd be super awesome for one thing. Too. Hey, doing something like that might get me famous.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, right
Mhm.
on. Yeah.
What is one thing that you most enjoy about music?
I think the escape from reality for one thing, and I've heard it said from some other folks, some major stars, when you're on stage and you're playing songs, and that's all there is in the world, that and the crowd. There, all the other stuff, any kind of aches and pains or any kind of stress you might be going through, or whatever, bills don't matter, nothing matters. It's that kind of an escape. I think that that's why people kind of treat it like it's an addiction, because it sort of is.
Hmm.
And it's just a great outlet to tell stories that I come up with, and I have for some reason inside of me a need to make music, to write songs, and to sing them. I don't know, something inside me just keeps me going.
Totally. Do you have something or someone that inspired you to start singing and doing music?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, besides my mom, well, me and my mom, just we'd be driving around to whatever thing she was taking me to, or event, or whatever we were going to do, and the radio was on, and we were in the car singing to it, singing, and we'd put in our favorite music in the tape player, or the CD player, and just that's what we did in the car. And then, like I was telling you, my friend Robbie showed up at that party that one time, and it was really cool to see somebody just sitting there with a guitar singing songs to all of us, and that was my first really big inspiration. But then, just after I got around other musicians, it's like those are the people that inspired me. They were doing something that made me feel really good to be a part of, and I just needed more and more and more of it. So that's what I've done with my whole life, is kind of tuned towards that.
Where can people find you on social media?
Well, there's Dave Nudo Band on Facebook. There's let's see, at Dave Nudo 3, the number 3, on Instagram. And you can get all my music on the all the internet platforms, Spotify and YouTube and iTunes and all that. Just, you can Google Dave Nudo, and a lot of that stuff will pop up. But I guess I'm pushing the Spotify page the most, Dave Nudo. That's where I've been, where my label releases. All my music was to Dave Nudo, rather than, see, I got a band, we call it Dave Nudo Band, and there's some stuff under that too. So you can find it. It's there.
Do you have any new singles or any upcoming projects that we can look forward to?
Yes, I have a few songs that are going to come out real soon. Um, Hopefully within the next couple weeks. It's all with everything the way it is right now. Some things have gotten put on a list rather than getting done. So, but we're working on it. Got a few new titles that we're going to release over the next, I don't know, 6-9 months, something like that. We're going to just do one song at a time. Got a lot of stuff in the works. So hopefully everybody's kind of tuning in and finding out.
What advice would you give someone that might want to start singing?
This is a good question. So, like, I think before a week and a half ago, I'd have had to struggle for the answer. But I was listening to another guy in an interview, and that question was asked to him, and it was so simple, and it made so much sense. It was simply this: work like a dog, and don't have a backup plan. That was it.
Mm-hmm. What does a typical day look like for you?
It's bright and sunny all the time till I need some shade. A typical day, it kind of depends on what we're doing. If we're on a couple days off or whatever, it's a lot different. There's a whole lot of sitting around and relaxing. But other than that, it's either things like this right here, or sitting with a guitar in my hand writing songs, or we're getting ready to go play somewhere. We play at least every weekend for the most part, and we're starting to round up some dates, hopefully during the week, that we can kind of just stay on the road instead of going out and then coming back home in such a short time.
Mm-hmm.
Getting out to spread the word. So I could say that the near future, it's going to look a little different and a whole lot more suitcases and wheels
Mm-hmm.
on the road. So, but I don't know. You could ask me on another day and it'd be a pretty boring answer. Binge watching Netflix and stuff like that.
What are your hobbies and interests outside of music?
Well, during the right time of year, I'm pretty well into hunting for deer and elk, that kind of stuff. And I like to go fishing, and I don't get near enough time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Gosh, I spent so much time just doing music, and that was the only thing I had for a hobby for so long, and it turned into more of a lifestyle. So I kind of lost a lot of the opportunities for other types of hobbies. But I like being active. I like camping. I like hiking, and sometimes that gets me in trouble, and I get into some weird spots in the woods and really figure out how to get the hell home.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think camping is probably my favorite recreational activity outside of music. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
and anything that comes along with that.
Where do you see yourself the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, playing at the Grand Ole Opry is on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Playing bigger stages, more people, more crowds, and hopefully having a hit on the radio, on the top 200 Billboard charts. That's my plan. So, and I'm making moves to do that and get that going. So,
If you could go open a show for any artist, who would it be?
there's two answers to that. Chris Stapleton, probably number one, and right next to him at number one as well would be Luke Combs. I think those two guys kind of speak my language as close to the way I'd speak it.
What is one message that you would like to give your fans or anyone listening?
Well, one thing that really speaks to me is, especially with the way that all of this COVID stuff, and then you see people on the internet, on social media, tearing each other apart. my message is always we can come to a common ground, and there is no need to treat each other like shit.
Mhm.
Pardon my French. Um, we can debate and we can be different and have different opinions, and we can do it respectfully and from a place of love.
Mhm.
So, in short, just love each other. I love everybody. Why can't you?
Yeah, totally. And
Yeah.
lastly, is there anything else that I forgot that you'd like to share with us today, Dave?
Um, nope. I think we touched anything I would have asked about or wanted you to ask about. I would promote the Spotify and the iTunes and all that stuff. I could use a lot more sales in that, and I don't know. I think you got it. I think you nailed it.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say a huge thank you to Dave Nudo for joining me right here on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We truly appreciate your time to talk to us today, Dave.
Right on, Kayden. Thank you so much.